Welcome to the North Shore Ice Arena. We are set up and ready to go with minutes to spare for this Squirt Prospect White Tier 3 matchup between the Northbrook Bluehawks and the Winnetka Warriors. My name's Aaron Schellen. Happy divisional playoff Sunday to those of you watching this game at home. We'll be done and out of here before the Bears take the field later this afternoon. So let's get some hockey in before we get to some NFL playoff football. Warriors coming in fourth place in this white tier 3 division, 10-5-1 on the season, while Northbrook is in sixth at 7-9-0, and they have an overtime loss. Winnetka plus 15 in the goal differential, while the Northbrook Bluehawks are a negative 20. So we'll see which team can emerge victorious on this Sunday afternoon in the northern suburbs. Last game ran a little bit late, so it gave me some time to get set up. I want to thank parents and coaches of both teams, managers of both teams, helping me get set up here and making sure we are ready to go for you. As there was some doubt. I was sitting in the bleachers about midway through the second period of the game right before this one, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to bring you the action, but thanks again to the help of the team managers, they made sure that I had what I needed to make sure we could get this off and running, and we are now live, and we are about ready to go. You can see we're in the corner. Usually here at the North Shore Ice Arena, it looks like they've taken it down, but there was this platform, those of you who have been to this rink before, platform above the scorer's table that used to have just a ladder that went straight up. It wasn't like a step stool. It was just like a ladder that went up the side of this wooden structure, and we used to set up on top of that right at center ice, but that has been taken down, so we are in the Winnetka corner, so down to our right. You can see it's a pretty big distance down there, so we'll do our best here as I'm running the ship solo today, as they say, and we are underway. Winnetka wins the face-off, and they clear it into the opposite corner. Up the near side, and that'll come out to center ice where it's played by Frank Nelly. Nelly chipping it ahead. Bluehawks will take possession, but that puck stays in the neutral zone until Patrick Graham will take. Graham skates wide, the shot into the pads and into the glove of Christian Charvet, who makes the first save of the game. 12-minute periods. We'll see if we can get you a little closer here to the action without losing too much of the action as it comes down my way. So Christian Charvet, the goalkeeper for the Bluehawks. Charvet uses his right pad to block it behind the net. Now the Bluehawks will come out with it. Gotta wait for him to turn around before I can see numbers. That's the only issue with being set up like we are here. Now into the attacking end. This is Sue. His shot is wide. It'll come right down into the near corner. Now far side with it is Nelly. Nelly up the wall, not out, kept in by the Bluehawks. Nice stick handling there out in front, continuing the good stick handling. That was Luca Nuara, but he loses the puck, and now the other way with it is Patrick Graham for the Warriors. Graham walks in on the backhand, and he tucks it 5-hole. So there's the first goal of the game. Doesn't take long, and the Warriors will take a 1-0 lead. Nice little move from the far wall, cut right out in front of the goaltender, put it on his backhand, and put it in the back of the nets, and the Warriors are up 1-0. Now the Bluehawks come the other way, and they're in ahead of the play, so we'll have an offsides. 10:36 left. 1-0. Winnetka with the lead. Winnetka wins the draw. That's Reese Gordon working it up the near wall, and now Dylan Norum. He'll center it. The pass, the nice left pad save made by Charvet off the stick of Richard Amon. A pretty feed from Norum to Amon, but a better save. Puck still in at the far point. Squirts out to center where the Warriors will play it. Almost lose it there. They do lose it. This is Liam Stern, tries to center it. Out in front to Sturm. Sturm has it on his forehand, throws it in towards goal. The save made by Jax Turok, who's today's starting goaltender for the Warriors. He's tested for the first time. Taken here by Norum again. Norum takes it wide, throws the backhand wide of the, I guess that would be considered the far post, the left post. And they fight for it down in that near corner. Can't really see it, but they are down there. Is that puck back to the point now and swept out by the Bluehawks. Cleared right back in, though, by Oliver Ward. I did find out an interesting note before the game. I was talking to, as that shot is off the glove and in, so story time will have to wait as the Warriors pick up another goal. Let's see who that is. I think it may have been number 8. It may have been number 16, Teddy Price. I'll have to go back and take a look at it afterwards. But either way, it was just a shot from in close off the glove of Charvet, and it ends up in the back of the net. 2-0. Warriors with the lead. So, yeah, anyway, story time. I was talking to the team managers before the game, and I found out that this is a true neighborly war. Is Jordan Sklar for the Northbrook Bluehawks and Dylan Norum for the Winnetka Warriors are next-door neighbors, yet they play on different teams. Bragging rights. You love a game that involves bragging rights as the Bluehawks clear this one deep. Stop there. That's Frank Nelly. Centering feed. Puck sitting by the far dot, tapped deep by Nuara. Battle along that far half wall. Stick fighting and dug out by Winnetka. Patrick Graham gets poke checked right at the wall. And Northbrook will come out with it here. Down 2-0. Right into your living room. Centering feed is deflected behind the net, comes back around the near wall, and it's up and out. CeCe Callip clears that one for Winnetka, but Northbrook right back on the counter. Pushed around near side. Well, give and go there. Nuara tries to put it towards the goal from a bad angle. Gets swept away and comes out to the neutral zone. Now on it, Teddy Price. Price, the cross-ice pass, hits the skates of a Blue Hawk defenseman. Otherwise, Warriors were going to be in all alone there. Price took a nasty fall in the warm-ups, and he was down behind his own net for a minute. He was able to get up and skate off under his own pressure, but yeah, took a pretty hard hit into the end boards on this clean sheet of ice, and Trainer came over. And by the time the trainer came over, he was back up on his feet and ready to go. Here's Graham. He loses the puck. It's cleared back in, but offsides. Six minutes, 46 seconds left to go, first period. Two quick goals by the Warriors. Face off in the neutral zone. Dylan Norum. That's cleared deep by Reese Gordon. Over by the far point, kept in over there by Ward. Winnetka continues to attack. And Northbrook digging for it at the far wall, but it's taken out there by Norum. The centering feed, a couple of attempts by Reynolds right on the doorstep. Puck doesn't come through, and then a deflection from the points, and Charvet is able to make a couple of tough saves, and now the other way, Northbrook. Skating behind the net and then getting stick checked was Sue, and Warriors work it to center ice, then Northbrook clears it right back in. There's Oliver Ward behind his own net. He'll start up ice with some space. It's cut off by Nuara, flips it to center. Gives it away. Bluehawks the other direction. Staying, no, not staying on sides. Is look at Nuara just in ahead of the play as Brandon Sue was looking to break in all alone, but instead we'll have a whistle for an offsides. Right inside the defensive zone for Winnetka. Bluehawks have it here. It's Connor Kelly. Excuse me, that was Nuara wearing number 45. Yep, I got my sides mixed up here for a second. Nuara back to the point. Right in between the circles now. That attempted one-touch feed for Hudson Siegel. Siegel isn't able to shoot it cleanly, and that allows the Warriors to take possession, but right back on the counter comes Northbrook. Nice feed across the ice. Nuara, his shot wide of the near post, and he was on the back side. He was on the wrong side. He had to switch from his backhand to his forehand, and by the time he did that, he was in deep. If he had been able to play that on his forehand early, he would have had a clean look at net. Now Dylan Norum the other way. Skating it wide, driving the net. It's bumped a couple of times, goes down, still manages to throw it towards the goal. Northbrook pushes it out by the far face-off dot. That'll squirt in and swept in right at the last moment. I think that was Dylan Norum as he got to the puck first as Christian Charvet tried to reach out and cover it with his mitts, but by the time he got there, it had gotten swept inside the far post, and it's 3-0 Warriors here in the first period. Still 4 minutes and change left in the first. And here's Frank, Nelly Frank, nice centering feed. Finds Ryder's Stock, and Ryder's shot goes wide. Stock able to keep it in at the point. He'll throw it opposite corner. Bluehawks stick handle into the neutral zone. Good work there to get free. Can't get through the last two lines of defense. Actually does. Gets the backhand off. That was Brandon Sue. Here's a shot from the point that's steered away by the left pad of Turok. Now back to the point again. Push towards the goal, and that one is tucked home by Liam Stern. So the Bluehawks, they've had a number of opportunities where they've been in on goal and haven't been able to finish, but they finish here, and the Bluehawks take a 3-1 lead. Or excuse me, they pick up their first goal of the game to trail 3-1. Draws one by the Warriors, but a battle for it right in front of the bleachers. Swept in by Winnetka. Bluehawks will possess, though. Thrown forward, but Frank has it on her backhand. And it's pushed into the offensive zone where Northbrook up the wall, but not out. They'll get another attempt at it here. They'll stick handle, but it's put back to the point. The shot from the point by Teddy Price, a bouncing puck, the save made by Charvet. And And that's out. Northbrook able to work the puck out. Good defensive work there by Nellie Frank, as Michael Fisher was trying to get away from her, but she didn't allow it. And Northbrook has to try the near side, but they lose the puck here, and now the other direction. In the corner, thrown in between the dots. Here's a shot through some traffic, hits a shin pad and goes wide. Puck's behind the net. Jordan Sklar. Sklar will have to go back and play it, but Stock gets there first. Centering feed, Stock looking for Callop, and that pass doesn't connect, and come all the way down for an icing on the Northbrook Bluehawks with 1:58 left in period number 1. Draw to the right of Christian Charvet. Shot doesn't make it through. It goes well wide of that right post. Now they fight for it behind the net. Comes out in front. Backhand by Henry Reynolds. He's not able to get it cleanly, and that one stays wide, but Reynolds will get another chance now. Has it on his forehand. Backhand flip to Norum. Norum's shot is deflected away by Nuara. Now Nuara right up through center ice. It's cut off as he crosses the blue line nicely, though, by Norum. Now the other way. Graham rolls off his stick. Comes into the near corner where the Bluehawks take possession. Now potential chance for the Bluehawks down the near wall. Bad angle. Another bad angle shot the other way by Nuara. It was Childers on the far side, flipping it to the near side, and then Nuara went right back the other way. Nuara steals the puck, stick handles. Nuara still stick handling. Blocked away by the stick of Henry Reynolds. Reynolds shovels it up the wall, and it's taken there by Graham. Patrick Graham. Defender falls down, 2-on-1. Graham with Norum. Graham over to Norum. Norum rips high and wide. That may have caught the crossbar on the way through. It was a pretty executed 2-on-1, but now the other way. Northbrook with 18 seconds left. They keep the puck in. The shot, Norum, the one-timer, he scores. Or excuse me, that's Nuara. Nuara from, that was Mikhail Luskin with the pretty feed. And it's 3-2. 3 quick goals by the Warriors. The Bluehawks get 2 back. That one came with 12 seconds left in the first. A pretty one-timer by Nuara to get his team back within a goal. Nico Nuara. Again, he was on his wrong side. He had to flip his body around to get that onto his forehand, but he was able to get enough of it to get it past Jax Turok. We're down to 6 seconds. Play in the corner. And that is how period 1 will come to an end. So good start for the Warriors. Good finish for the Bluehawks. Sends us to the second, 3-2. Back here for second period action, and finally got my zoom to work. My camera's got a zoom ring on the front, and then I have a little remote control zoom that I attach to my camera that I can use with my thumb. And it wasn't working in the first period. It was throwing me off my game, but it works now. So we should be much cleaner here in the second period with our camera shots as we are ready to go for period 2. And right out of the chute, Northbrook almost with an opportunity on a breakaway. They have the puck behind the nets. Attempting to center, it's knocked away by a couple of Warrior skaters, swept over into the far corner. The Warriors scored 3 goals early in the first. Bluehawks got 2 back. Make it 3-2 as we go to the second. Cross ice feed. There's a shot that deflects just wide. Thought that beat Turok, but no, went wide of the post. Winding up and shooting from the point, and a bit of a dipping shot from the point. That was Sue, and the save was made by Jax Turok. Draw to Jax's left. That'll be Nico Noara on the faceoff. Near wall. Warriors try to work it up the wall. They can't. Bluehawks keep it in. Nico Noara with a bad angle shot that deflects into the glove of Jax Turek. It was going to go well wide, but Jax held on for the whistle anyway. Minute gone by, second period, 3-2. It'll be Dylan Norum against Nico Noara on this face-off. Draw to the left of Turok. It's won by nobody initially. Puck's still sitting in the circle. The Warriors are able to dig it out, but the Bluehawks take it right back. Noara skates up the wall with the puck, takes it wide. Noara throws it towards the goal. That puck's loose right at the far post and not able to jam it home. Cleared up and out, and here come the Warriors. Breaking through is Norum. Norum in on the backhand. The right pad save made by Charvet. Nice save made by Christian as Dylan Norum went forehand, backhand to try to double his team's lead. Faceoff's won cleanly. Norum in the slot loses it, and now Sue quickly the other way for Northbrook. Sue has it swept away by Frank. And we'll have an offsides right at that near point. Neutral zone draw with 10:02 left in the second. Sklar tries to dump. He does. It's taken there by Luca Noara. Cross ice feed off the stick of that Bluehawks skater over on the far side. And now Warriors come the other way. Another opportunity in. Shoots, and this time Norum shoots it wide. Last time into the left pad of Charvet. This time shoots it wide. Frank, good defense in the neutral zone to take the puck away. Swept around there by Price and out to center. Looking for the aerial pass, trying to hit Ryder's stock, but knocked down by the Bluehawks in the neutral zone. Connor Kelly will dump it in. Sue gets his pocket picked right in front of his own net. The shot, though, by Stock goes wide. Warriors continue to press. There's a shot, and the save was made by Charvet. Didn't know exactly where it was, but was able to deflect it wide, and now an opportunity the other direction. Once again, Norum right through a double team, gets it swept away. Nuara goes down, Sklar's able to clear it out. Nuara has it outside of the far dot. He puts the puck towards the goal. I think it was blockered away by Turok as it goes over into the far corner and out. Nice feed there to work the puck forward. Cross ice pass, the shot, the right pad save made off the stick of Richard Amon. Now it's right below us. Outlet pass. Finding Luca Nuara. Nuara gets away from the defense, has it deep. Nuara stick handling behind the net, cuts back to his forehand, sweeps it back into the far corner for Sue. Sue tries to throw it towards the goal. It's knocked down, but the Bluehawks still maintain possession. Out in front now, the Warriors have it. Looking for Norum on that pass, and now he's got it. Norum has it knocked away from him. Now it's in the near corner, walking out in front. Norum has his stick tied up right in front of the net. Good work by the Northbrook defense there to tie up Norum's stick right in front of the net and not give him a chance. That'll come all the way out to center ice. Back to play it is Oliver Ward. Ward gets his pocket picked. And now a chance off the post and out. The rebound to wide off the stick of Mikhail Luskin. Defense to offense by Luskin as he was able to steal the puck and just hit the iron with it. Play at center, taken there by Amon. Amon tries to feed Graham, but Patrick Graham was in ahead of the play, so that'll be an offsides. And a face-off in the neutral zone with 6:06 left in period 2. Now we got 5 to a side. Still 3-2. We had 5 goals in the first. Nothing so far here in the second. Face off won by Cece Callip. Here's Graham in, and Graham roofs it. Goes down a la Bobby Orr as he gives his team a 4-2 lead. Shot by Graham as he was falling down. Was able to put it up over the glove of Christian Charvet to give his team a 4-2 lead. Halfway home here. Warriors with a 4-2 advantage. Luca Nuara has the puck over by the far wall. Pushes it out in front, but deflected wide. Nelly Frank over there, and it's all the way out to center ice. Childers has his pocket picked by Graham, and then good defensive work by Sklar, and that'll be offside. So Patrick Graham with the good defense, then Sklar comes back, takes it away from him. No harm, no foul. Kale Luskin, his last shift, he hit the post. Wins the draw cleanly. Bluehawks trying to tap it forward to Michael Fisher and can't. It comes out and it's going to be offsides again as Ryder Stock. You can see him down there at the bottom of your screen. He was sitting down in the attacking zone, which is not allowed. So Luskin and Stock will take the face off here. One by Stock, cleared in by the Warriors. Bluehawks, Sue skating in front of his own net to get some space. Now into the neutral zone. Sue just tries to power forward and can't. It's cleared all the way in. And did we get an offsides whistle? Or I thought I heard a whistle, but I think we might just get a save and a defensive zone draw for the Warriors here. I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, the officials are talking about it. I thought I heard a whistle. Yeah, it's coming to the neutral zone. So they are going to get the offsides before the shot on goal. Sue takes the puck away, cuts to the outside, goes down to a knee, gets back up, continues to move forward. Sue dumps deep, taken there by Connor Kelly. He'll push it back around the near wall. Now a race for the puck. Cleared out by the Bluehawks all the way down, and no, we gonna have icing? We are gonna have icing. It's a very, very quiet whistle. I thought I heard a whistle, and it turns out I indeed did. See, this shot here, you're only about 30 feet from the rink, if that. So we're bringing this right to you. Face-off is won cleanly by the Warriors. The shot is flipped wide by Stock. Taken there, though, by Reynolds, who backhands it towards the goal. Connor Kelly out in front. Nobody home to tap it in, but the Warriors continue to possess in the attacking zone. Sklar will take it behind his own net. Goes up the wall, kept in there. Still right at the point. Tapped forward for Stock. Stock can't get through Sue. Brandon Sue slowly out of his zone. Goes into the neutral zone, goes down to a knee. Finds Luka Nawara. He loses the puck. Now Sue again. Taking it wide, and offsides was Luka Nawara. 3:25 left, still 4-2. Warriors with the lead. They had a 3-0 lead about midway through the first period. Bluehawks got a couple back, including one with about 15 seconds left in the first. Only goal so far here in the second scored by Winnetka. Another great chance here. The backhand, the left pad save made by Charvet. The rebound deflects wide. Patrick Graham in all alone. Charvet stuck out that left pad on the breakaway and was able to make the save. Childers tapping it forward for Stern. Stern not able to work it out. Good keep at that far point initially by Teddy Price, but now it does come to the neutral zone. Nelly Frank gets a couple of chances to play it forward. Childers will throw it right back the other way. And another offsides. Tight quarters right at that far wall at the blue line, and hard to stay onside in a situation like that. Draw in the neutral zone. Cleared in here by the Bluehawks, taken though by Frank. Nelly Frank up the wall. Graham tries to skate forward with it and can't, loses the puck. It stays in that far corner for the Bluehawks. And now, right as I say that, the Warriors come out. Cross ice pass, Sklar does a nice job defending it. The Warriors do a nice job staying on side. The puck is cleared right down in front of us. And out. Childers. Childers tries to cut in front of the net. Price takes it away, and it's swept in on goal where it's covered up by Jax Turok. .152 left in the seconds. Will come all the way down, and I think we're gonna have an icing. Is it gonna have the legs? It does not, so no icing. Kept in at the near points. Dumped deep, taken there by Sue. Sue's got Reynolds, taken away at the far wall by Callip. Callip chops at it. Deflected wide behind the net. Reynolds off the back of the net. It's thrown towards the goal. Ooh, that puck came out behind Christian Charvet, but he was able to find it and get the glove on it. Minute 7. Cece Callip on the draw for the Warriors. Mikhail Luskin for the Bluehawks. It's won by the Warriors. Kept in though for the moment. Luskin clears it out. Attempted centering pass is deflected wide of the net. It's taken by Connor Kelly. Kelly up along the far wall. Cleared up but not out. Sklar keeps it in, and then it's poked through his legs and come out to center ice where Sue will play it for Northbrook. Giveaway by Sue. This is Kelly, his shot. Whistles wide of the far post. And it's out to center ice. Kelly taps it back in. Now Sue dangles to get free. Sue just keeps walking forward. Sue takes the shot. And that's in. That beats the glove side of Jax Turok. Brandon Sue makes it 4-3 with 18 seconds left in the second period. Bluehawks scored a goal in the final 30 seconds of the first, score a goal in the final 30 seconds here of the second. We got a good one here in Northbrook today. Sklar wins that battle at the blue line, and now Nuara throwing it forward for, well, Nico Nuara throws it for Luca Nuara, and that is how period 2 will come to an end. So we came into the second in a 1-goal game, and we'll go to the third with it still a 1-goal game. Each team scored 1. Go to the third period. Warriors lead 4-3. One more period to go. 4-3. Winnetka Warriors with a 1-goal lead. Bluehawks battling. They were down 3-0 in the first. Here we go. Bluehawks win the draw to start the third period. Luca Nawara has it swept away from him. Nice little self pass by Patrick Graham to break free. Now Graham takes it to the outside. Graham hits the post. Another post hit. Now Northbrook with a chance the other way. Nawara cuts back, loses the puck, and Teddy Price will clear it in. Sue will have to go back and play it for the Bluehawks. Sue up off the boards. Hudson Siegel works to center ice. That goes underneath the stick of Teddy Price, who will have to come back and play it. Another puck out to the neutral zone. Childers walks in offsides. 11:02 left in period 3. Long pass down ice by Reese Gordon, and doesn't have the legs for icing, so Warriors are able to possess in the attacking zone. Far wall thrown towards the goal. Chipped into the far corner. Back to the point. Ward, dump it a little bit further down. Bluehawks fired around the near side as they try to work the puck out of their own zone. Bring up that game-tying goal. A giveaway there, though. That's Norum. Norum tries to dangle through, does. The shot, the rebound comes out and goes wide. Norum with a shot from a bad angle off the right pad of Charvet, and then the rebound went wide. Puck is out to the neutral zone. It'll come all the way down on Turok, who will cover up for a whistle and a face-off right in front of you. CC Callip, Nico Nawara on the draw. It's won by the Bluehawks. Sue goes D to D, gets it back. The pass a little bit out of reach of Sue. Now in the corner with it. Kept in. Nawara in the left pad save. Nawara takes a couple of jam shots at it. The rebound by Nico Nawara into a body. Nico Nawara had a wide open net, but hit a body as he tried to put that puck through, and now the other direction. Richard Amon gets cut off. And the Bluehawks have had some chances. None better than that right there. Sue gets cut off as he tries to cut across the blue line, now does. Rolls off his stick. It's kept in by Luca Nawara right at the near point. Taken away by Callip. CC Callip goes down with Sklar. Now Nico Nawara will dump deep. Nelly Frank up the wall, kept in. Nawara. His attempted center goes back to the near point as it was deflected. Now behind the net. That'll be picked up by Reynolds. Couple players overskate it. That allows Nico Noara a chance to play the puck, but now Frank on it again. Frank overskates. Taken here by Ryan Kim. Now out with it is Amon. Richard Amon takes it wide. Amon with Reynolds on his left. Amon 2-on-1. Amon cuts out in front, and he's not able to finish. The right pad by Charvet keeps that puck out of the net. Keeps it 4-3. Sue behind his net. Start up ice, cuts out into the middle, and now onto his forehand as he looks forward. That pass does make it through. The shot in by Luskin. Another save made by Turek. And now out. Luskin's been robbed a couple of times. Giveaway here. Rolls off the stick of Amon into the corner. A couple players stick to each other in that corner. Now you got 5 skaters over there. Puck's thrown out in front by Callip. Nobody there though. Bluehawks chip it to center ice. Siegel has it taken off his stick by Frank. Nellie Frank is out in front of her net. She's able to work the puck to the point and out. Shoveled forward with one hand, and Sklar will push it over to the far wall. Cleared in by Stock. Self-pass turns into. Stock takes a shot from a bad angle, sticked away by Charvet, and now out are the Bluehawks. Down to 6:07. We're going to have our first penalty called of the game. An interference call will go on Winnetka with 6 minutes and 5 seconds left. So a chance for the Bluehawks to get this thing even on the power play. Draw will come to the left of Jax Turok. Oh, excuse me, that's Clayton Collins out there now. Must have come in right at that midway point and I missed it. Noira's shot, the toe save made. The puck is loose right at the far post. And Collins just shoved his stick over by the far post to keep the puck out, but that was a pretty toe save made by Clayton Collins. Kept in though, and now out to center ice. Noira stick handles. Luca Noira into the attacking zone, onto his forehand, loses the puck. Swept away and taken over by Norum. Norum with some speed, but trying to go 1-on-4. Oh, nice dangle by Norum, but he gets cut off, and Warriors coaching staff wanted a penalty there as Norum was taken down, but nothing doing. Stock bangs it off the boards. Now the Bluehawks. There's a shot that whistles wide. That was Childers. Now Luca Noira backhands it out in front. There's a shot, a right pad save made that time by Clayton Collins. Collins showing off the left and the right pads here in the third period. We're going to have a penalty called on the Warriors here after that play as well, too. So Northbrook right back on the power play. It'll be Mikhail Luskin against Patrick Graham. It is Patrick Graham, 58. Some confusion on the lines. A couple of Warriors in the penalty box right now. Penalty came No, it's still there. 21 seconds left. I'm confused. They had a different penalty up there a minute ago. Luskin against Graham. It's one by Graham into the near corner. Teddy Price has his pocket picked. Luskin tries the centering feed. Stern can't get all of it, but that puck is loose. Does come out, and Amon taken away from him right at the blue line, kept in, thrown in on goal, and Collins will cover up with 4:48 left. Winning the draw through his legs was Patrick Graham. Now he'll go over to play it along the near wall. Kept in by the Bluehawks. And Clayton Collins, a couple of huge saves here in the third period, keeping this thing 4-3. Now Graham taking it wide. He'll step across the blue line, but Richard Amon was in ahead of the play. 4.5 minutes left. 4-3 is the score. Neutral zone face-off. Clean face-off win for Northbrook. The giveaway there. Chance now, the shot, and the save is made by Charvet. Richard Amon in all alone. These goalies have been on their heads today. They've been facing a barrage of odd man rushes, of breakaways, and they've stayed strong for the most parts. Draw will come to Charvet's right. Northbrook wins the face-off. They try to skate it out of their own zone and can't. Thrown towards the goal by Callop, goes wide into the near corner as we're under 4 minutes now. Sticked away and now out with it. Northbrook. That was Nuara, had his pocket picked right at the blue line. Nico Nuara. Now Northbrook has to start again. Nice stick handling to get out to the neutral zone. I think that was Sue, and now into the attacking zone come the Bluehawks, driving the net. Childers scores! Goes up over the glove of Collins and makes it 4-4. Late period goals by Northbrook. One in the first with about 15 seconds left, one in the second with about 18 seconds left. And then here, not quite as much drama. A goal with 3:22 left makes it 4-4 here in the third period. So 3-0 Warriors lead about midway through period one. Reynolds into the attacking zone goes down, and now Northbrook will sweep it out to center. Race for the puck. It's won by Norum. He'll stop in the corner. Norum with a pair of forecheckers will get around Siegel. Backhands it around Luskin and out to center ice. Flipped forward for Gordon, Reese Gordon. Working it into the offensive zone. He'll turn and throw it towards the goal. Sue will be the first one on it. Loses the puck behind the net. Now in the corner, 2.5 left. Push towards the goal. That'll come all the way in. It's still loose, and Charvet's forced to cover up with Ryder Stock right on the doorstep. It'll be Dylan Norum on the draw for the Warriors and Mikhail Luskin for the Bluehawks. One back to the point. Push towards the goal. Reynolds backhands it towards the net. Stock plays it behind the goal off the side of the net. That'll come out into the corner and out. Northbrook with a potential breakaway here. Good back check work, though, by puck away. That was Reese Gordon getting back defensively to help out his team. Now there's Gordon again flipping the puck away as it's thrown into the slot. Now Norum. Self-pass. Norum in on the backhand, tries to tuck. It goes wide. The rebound comes out. It's behind the net. Now over by the far half wall, push deep. Puck squirts in between the circles, swept back towards the top of the far dot. Now the Bluehawks try to skate forward with it, but cut off at the far point. Oliver Ward does a nice job pinching. Sklar throws it to Norum, who takes it away in the corner. Norum behind the net. Backhands it out in front. On the forehand, Stock. He gets a whack at it, but it goes loose. And now Northbrook out the other way. Potential 2-on-1 cross-ice pass behind Luca Nawara. Now Sklar and Norum race for the puck. The neighbors going after the puck here at the final minute of the game, as we'll have an offside here with under a minute left. Timeout called here with 47 seconds left. I'm going to take it with them. We got a good one here in Northbrook. It's 4-4. .47 seconds left. 4-4. And Northbrook has 6 skaters out there. All right, they sort that out. Puck caught up in the skates of Sioux. Up behind the net where it's played by Eamon. Eamon tries to center it. That one's thrown off the side of the net by Kelly. That'll come out in front with 29 seconds left. Eamon throws it through, and getting out to knock it away was Charvet off the stick of Graham, but not out of trouble yet. Winnetka still has the puck behind the net. Graham tries the wraparound and can't. Kelly now behind the net. He throws it out in front. Graham shoots wide of the post. Down to 6 seconds. Collision in the corner. A couple players go down. No call. And we're going to have more free hockey for you here in Northbrook, as it is 4-4 as we get ready to go to the extra session. 4-4. We'll do a little bit of that 3-on-3 overtime action, as if there's not a lot of ice out there normally with this Squirt age group. Now you go 3-on-3, and there's even more. Luskin and Norum on the draw. It's won by Norum. Backhanded, and Childers will take it for Northbrook. Overtime 3-on-3 is all about possession of the puck. Do whatever you have to do to maintain possession. Here comes Callop. CC Callop stops, cuts to her forehand. Callop shot, and the save is made by Charvet. Gloves it down. We'll have a face-off to the left of Christian Charvet. Kept in there by Norum. Norum stick handles. Norum the aerial pass looking for Callop. Doesn't work. Now they come the Bluehawks. It's Luskin. Overskates it. Goes and gets it in front of the penalty box area, but then Norum takes it away. Callop now. So Callop flips it to Norum. Norum one-on-one. Swept away from him by Childers. Norum now behind the net, tries the Michigan. Got the puck onto his stick, but couldn't keep his balance. Now out. Trying to come forward with it is Northbrook. Here's Childers behind his net. A minute gone by here in overtime. Childers around Norum. Neutral zone. Attacking zone, poked away, and a potential breakaway. Here comes Norum. Norum is going to walk in all alone. Norum's in. Norum off the post and out, and he tucks it home, and that'll do it. Dylan Norum, an overtime goal, gives the Warriors a 5-4 win here on this Sunday afternoon. The breakaway, the shot off the post, found the rebound, tucked it home. Warriors win 5-4. That's going to do it from the North Shore Ice Arena. Winnetka wins. They beat Northbrook 5-4. We'll talk to you again next weekend for the last regular season broadcasts of Central States Hockey here